I got cut off because my alarm went off. Okay, gotta start on the second one then, same day. It's okay. Swallowed it with a gulp. She crumpled up the paper bag, shoved it back in her knapsack, and got on her feet. We need to find this dragon cave before the others do. Come on. Why do you really want to find it? Horace said. To stop Miranda getting her hands on the cutlass, of course, said Echo. Horace shook his head. I mean, the real reason. You can't be prepared to take something from under a dragon's nose just to stop Miranda getting her way. It's still stealing. Echoes felt her cheeks grow hot with indignation. That dragon has a whole hoard of treasure. It won't miss one measly cutlass. Horace frowned. I can't believe you'd risk getting burned to a crisp just to get some gold. What are you trying to prove? That I'm a real sky pirate, thought Echo. She folded her arms. I'm a black sky wolf. Steal for good. That's our motto. Yeah, but you're not stealing for good, Horace stared at her. You're just trying to impress your mother. No, I'm not. Echo glared at Horace. Furious at both him and herself. But Horace hadn't finished. If you steal from the dragon, you're just as bad as old Vosberg and old Gus and all the others, he said. How? She exclaimed. I'm not hurting anyone. What about the dragon? Said Horace. They're vicious monsters. Says who? According to my studies, they're much misunderstood creatures that need our protection, Horace exclaimed. Not that old Gus listened to any of that, he added ruefully. And who wrote that? I don't know, Horace sighed. Who told you they were vicious? It was Echo's turn to be embarrassed. Miranda, she said. Exactly, said Horace with a huff. You might be desperate to be a sky pirate, but don't start acting like her. I'm not desperate, Echo folded her arms, but somewhere deep down she had to admit that Horace might be right. After walking in grumpy silence for a while, Echo suddenly thought of something. Did your book say something about communicating with dragons? She asked. Maybe if we talk to it, we can explain about the cutlass. Horace shook his head. They're known to be intelligent, but no one's ever managed to talk to one and live to tell the tale, he said. I'm sorry, Echo, I just don't think that will work. But Horace didn't get a chance to finish his sentence. As they rounded the next bend, they both sucked in an awestruck breath. The tunnel had opened out into a vast cavern filled with gold from wall to wall. Mounds of gleaming coins, jewel-encrusted crowns, scepters and swords lay heaped. Ropes of pearls were strewn amongst chests, spilling over with gold doubloons. And among all these riches, red scales gleamed, tail curled around itself, and smoke curling delicately from its nostrils lay an enormous, sleeping dragon. A real dragon. Echo's head spun for a moment, not quite believing it, as she took in the sheer wonder of the huge red beast. As much as she'd been expecting it, preparing for it, dreading it almost, a small part of her hadn't quite believed that the dragon would be real. But here it was, breathing softly. It was breathtakingly enormous too, almost half the size of the Scarlet Margaret. Echo couldn't stop staring in awe. She could almost feel the power rising off the dragon in waves. It was beautiful, dangerous, but beautiful. And we will find out more about the dragon next time. Although, there is a picture of the dragon sleeping on a pile of gold. And there's Echo and Horace. Okay. More next time. Good night, Baba. I love you. Catch it. And one for me. Good night, Baba.